Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily go getism number 816 for December 27th, 2016. Alright, so tonight I want to talk to y'all about talking to somebody like they have headphones on, like they got headphones on. And what I'm really just talking about is when you dealing with somebody that's hard headed. They not listening. They won't listen to nothing you have to say. They're not listening to reason. It's like, how your old heads used to say, your parents used to say, oh, yo, you got a thick skull, it's thick. Like, you're not really hearing with your ears. It's like your head needs to be thinner. And I don't know, it stands to reason, man. I think that we probably all have somebody in our lives that's really, really hard headed. And they don't listen to nothing that you have to say. They listen, but then they get on that passive aggressive shit. For anybody who doesn't know what passive aggressive means, that means like that means when you have a certain agenda that you have, but you keep that agenda hidden while going along with while pretending to go along with the program that somebody else has devised for you. So it's like you'll say like, listen, the plan of attack is this. What I'm going to have you do is I want you to go to the place and wait for me there. And as soon as you see me, then we attack. And you say like, okay, yeah, that's what we're going to do. But then you don't go to the place that you were supposed to go to. You don't go where you were instructed to go. Instead, you go off and do whatever it is that you want to do. So you talk. So it's not like you're lying, but it's just that you are saying certain things in order to avoid an argument or whatever. But you do what you originally wanted to do in the first place. So that's passive aggressive behavior. So that's what you're dealing with when you're dealing with sometimes when you're dealing with a person who seems like they have a thick skull or they just don't listen to reason. So they'll agree with you. They'll say, yeah, I hear what you're saying, man. Yo, that's real right there. Yeah, you keeping it 100. I'm definitely do that. And they was just saying all of that, to build a bond with you. But in all reality, they're not going to do any of the things that you suggested or any of the things that you said to do because that's not what they wanted to do in the first place. But they kind of don't have the balls to straight up tell you, well, listen, I don't believe in that. I don't want to do that. So it comes off looking like they don't want to listen. But in all reality, they heard what you said and everything. But that's not what they wanted to do. They just didn't communicate to you that that's not what they wanted to do and that's not what they were going to do. Passive aggressive behavior, but it looks like you're talking to them while they have headphones on. And I'll give you all an example of what I mean. Here's a pair of headphones, matter of fact. I keep it. Now, these aren't noise canceling headphones. So if you talk to me, I can hear you. But if I have these on, the sound is really good. So the sound is powerful, so it's going to sound like these are noise canceling headphones. So as you're talking to me, I'm going to hear what you're saying, but if I'm trying to listen to whatever is playing in my headphones also, I'm not going to get the full effect I'm not going to get the full effect of what you were saying to me. So I'm steady like, yeah, no, I hear you. And you can already see that I'm not paying attention good because number one, the visual don't look good. The visual already looks like I'm not listening to you. You know that I can hear you better if I at least do that. Knowing me, I'm more likely to do this. But at least if I do this, if I give you the courtesy of doing this or this, then at least you know that, listen, I said, forget that music, forget about whatever I was listening to in my headphones. You have my attention. Now, after we're finished talking, then I can do this. But if I do this while you're talking to me, you're already going to know, like, he ain't listening to what I'm saying. Like he says that he can hear everything that I'm saying, and possibly he can. But obviously, he has diminished his ability to hear every word that I'm saying. So he must not have that much of an interest in hearing what I have to say. It's like talking to somebody when they have headphones on. And that's a rude thing to do. So it's also rude to not give somebody your attention when they're talking to you. But the thing is, this only becomes an issue when you're being talked to somebody. I mean, when you're talking to somebody about something that's important, something that will help them, something that is an issue, something that needs to be worked out, something of importance, just like I was saying. Because during that time, if they don't get it, or if they only halfway get it, then whatever you were trying to tell them is not going to play out right. So if you were telling them to be somewhere on time or whatever, you know, and that it's important that they be on time at this particular time, because if they don't, they're going to miss it and everything is going to get messed up. And they say, I get you. Yeah, so we got to be there. We got to be there at 8 o'clock sharp. I got you. 8 o'clock sharp. 8 o'clock, we're going to be there at 8 o'clock. After a while, they're going to forget about the 8 o'clock thing because they didn't really dedicate themselves to concentrating on exactly what you was trying to say. Not only that, but you may have been telling them other things. Look. Forget about all that. The bottom line is, when you're dealing with somebody that's hard-headed, when you're dealing with somebody that's passive-aggressive, when you're dealing with somebody that really doesn't want to do something and you're trying to encourage them to do it or instruct them to do it, and they really have no intentions of listening to anything that you have to say. So it's like talking to somebody with a pair of headphones on. So what do you do about this? What's the solution? What's the solution to the problem? What do you do when you're dealing with somebody that doesn't want to listen at all? Because some of these people that you're dealing with a problem like this with could be your children. They could be your relatives. They could be your good friends. They could be your co-workers. Now with co-workers is a little bit easier because if they don't listen to what you have to say and you're in a position of authority, then you can go ahead and get them up out of there. Start the paperwork. You know, the write-ups. Well, hold up. The warnings, the write-ups, the suspensions, the termination. You can do that when somebody's hard-headed at your place of employment. But when it comes to people that you are attached to with a bloodline, or somebody that you've grown up with, or somebody that you're really close to and have a bond with, it could be your man, it could be your woman, it could be your spouse, and they don't be listening. They don't never be listening. What's up with you? Why you don't never be listening? I need you to be listening. You won't be listening. It's a tough situation. One of the things that I would suggest that you do when you're dealing with a person like that is communicate exactly the way that you feel. Tell them, like, listen, I don't want to argue about this. I really don't want to get into something with you, but I do need to speak to you about this, and it's important. You make me feel like the things that I'm saying to you don't make any sense to you, or that they don't hold any importance in your life, because you don't even give me the benefit of giving me your undivided attention, or even slightly divided attention when I'm talking to you. And every time that I try to get you to do something that's going to be good for you and me and whoever else, you always do the opposite, or you always listen to somebody else. When I give you advice, you never listen to anything that I have to say, but somebody that doesn't really give a shit about you out there, you're all ears for them. What's up with that? You make me feel like I'm worthless. You make me feel like you're disrespecting me. You make me feel like I don't really matter in your life. And I know that any man that's listening to this video, you know that you've heard women say that kind of stuff. Because, you know, sometimes we men, we have a little problem with, you know, the whole... Sometimes, you know, a chick get a little bossy, you know what I mean? They get start nagging and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But we got to do a better job, because in the long run, you either want to improve relations with the people that you're with, or the people that matter to you, or you don't. And if you don't, go ahead and do this. Do it while they're looking. Wait till they start talking and do this. Don't put them on till they start talking. You do that enough times, then they'll leave out of your life. But remember, you push them out of your life, and because of blatant disrespect, they're gonna stay out of your life. So it ain't cool. You know how I go. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, yo, when it comes to talking to somebody like they got a pair of headphones on, it's really all a communication issue, y'all. And you can work this thing out. You can definitely work out a communication issue if you are dedicated to improving your communication with somebody. And the thing is that you have to dedicate yourself to improving that communication problem. One of the things that you need to understand is that even if they do this, you have to get them to do this. Don't try to just yell more. Like, yo, alright, so you got the headphones on, but I'm going to just talk over the headphones. No, don't do that. Because that's doing nothing. That's just two people in a push and pull situation and it ain't going away. You don't want to do that. Make them take the headphones off. And when I say headphones, I don't mean the physical headphones. Make them take off their metaphorical headphones. Make them take off their figurative headphones. Make them take off those virtual headphones that are preventing them from being able to hear exactly what you have to say. But after you get your shot to say what you have to say, make sure you seize that shot, follow through, and make sure that that shot goes in the basket or on the bullseye. Make sure that you do the necessary when you get your chance. Because all of that bitching without coming correct is going to make them do this again. And they ain't right for doing this. But sometimes in your life you have to decide if you want to win or lose, and at what cost. The Urban Therapy with Sun show is tomorrow night. Listen, y'all. The Urban Therapy with Sun show is tomorrow night, December 28th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow night we're talking about the last 4 years and the next 4 years. So we're going to talk about, you know how a lot of people had a lot of problems with the Obama administration for the last 8 years. And, you know, some people argue that we never got the change that we were hoping for when he came into office. And a lot of black people say that he didn't do nothing for them. And a lot of people in the country feel like we haven't advanced. But now we have Donald Trump in office and people are scared out of their boots. So now, does it make it look like Obama was a good choice? Would you rather have him for the next 4 years? Or are you glad that he was only for the past 4 years and you're looking forward to the next 4 years with this new regime? What is in store for all of us in the next 4 years up to 2020? What's it going to be like? Will we be hoping, well, will we be looking back on the Obama years like, yo, man, we ain't know how good we had it. You know what they say, you never know what you got till it's gone. And I wish he was back. Or will we be saying, yo, look at Donnie Boy. Hell, man, I didn't think he would do shit in the beginning. The outlook was looking real bleak. But hey, he did all right. Or will we be saying, God damn, we thought this country was bad 4 years ago. Oh my God. We on the verge of like nuclear war, civil war, and becoming a third world country. What's it going to be? That's how it's going down on the Urban Therapy with Sun show tomorrow night. And we're going to have our resident psychic, who hasn't been on the show for a while, but she's coming back to bless us. Shanice Nisi Jones will be in the house tomorrow night. Psychic and medium Shanice Nisi Jones will be on site tomorrow as our guest. And I imagine that she's going to do some readings, and we also want to find out from a psychic's point of view, what are we looking like in the future? Do we have a lot to be worried about in this next 4 years, or is everything gonna be all right from a psychic's point of view? So check out the Urban Therapy with Sun Show tomorrow night, because that shit gonna be hot. It's gonna be on fire. It's the last show of 2016, and we're gonna do it right. We might even have a little surprise guest too, but I ain't. It's cooking. I ain't gonna say. I'll let y'all. The Daily Go Getterism show is every single day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call-in number is 319-527-6199. That's the same number. That's for the Urban Therapy with Sun show tomorrow night, December 28th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. Peace. Y'all have a good night. Bluetooth.